guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the next update for my deck of panning project pan. I am very excited to share with you my progress on the 5 products that I'm working on at the moment. But before we jump into any of that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just start talking about the projects. So this project was originally started by Emilynmax here on YouTube. I will of course have her link down below. And she was inspired by Bookswithmaddi, I believe it is. And yeah, she basically did a version of this for her booktube to kind of decide what to read in her TBR. But Emily took inspiration of this and created this amazing project pan, which kind of just surrounds this deck of card right here, or like any deck of card. And she has a whole game board and everything, and like I said in my previous updates as well, please go and check out her introduction because she has a really in-depth introduction so you can understand all of the rules. And you can also check out mine as well if you want some more kind of insight from my perspective. But without any further ado, I'm just going to start talking about the products that I've been working on over the past month. So if I can remember the prompts for all of these products, I will mention them as well. And the first one I have is this lip gloss right here. This is the Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector in the shade 01. I rolled this in for most expensive, and this was the most expensive lip gloss that I had in my collection at the time. And that's why I'll be working on this. This is the most slow going lip gloss that I've ever worked on in any project. And over the past month I have used this 24 times. And this is my progress, as you can see right there. So I definitely have less progress than I've had in the past months before. But that is also reflected in my numbers because the 2 months prior I used it 48 times and then 43. So definitely less usage this month. And I think that is just because I was a little bit tired of using this. I wanted to use some other lip products instead. And this kind of just got a bit neglected. But I definitely think I will step up my usage game on this quite a bit in the next month, so you can probably expect a bit more progress, but this will still be in for at least another 3 to 4 months before I finish this up. So like I said, it is a very slow going progress. And this lip gloss actually have quite a lot of product as well. It has 12 milliliters, which is a lot of product for lip gloss, so that's also why it's moving so slowly. But I'm excited with the amount of progress that I've gotten on this, because when I first rolled it in and I saw how little progress I got in the first month, I thought I would never finish this, and now I am not quite halfway, but I'm almost there. The other lip product that I've had in this project is the lip glow from Dior, and I rolled in this for something glowy, and obviously glow is in the name, so that's why I rolled this in. And this one is in the shade number 10, Hollow Pink, and I have been working on this now since the introduction, and in the past month I used this 38 times, and I am happy to report back that I was able to finish it. So that is what it looks like all the way rolled up, and you might be able to see a little bit right there, but that is just the plastic sticking up, and I have completely finished this. So I'm very excited to have this out. When I first rolled it in, I didn't like this at all. I thought it was too glittery, it didn't look flattering on the lips at all, but I've really grown to love this. So I am excited now to have rolled this out and also finished it up. But I have actually grown to absolutely adore this color. I do have another one of these in the shade 01, so like the original one I think, and I'm definitely gonna cherish that one because I think that's still my favorite of the two. But I have, like I said, absolutely fallen in love with this type of products. And used to show you on my piece of paper, you can see right here, that is where I was when I introduced it. First update, second update, and it is now finished. The next product is one that I rolled in 2 updates ago, and this one is my RCMA No Color Powder, but I've been keeping it in my Laura Mercier container. This one I've used 24 times over the past month, and I've actually used this 50 times overall in the project, and I'm happy to report that it is completely empty now. So I did take out the stopper and finish up all of the product that was in here. My RCMA No Color Powder is not completely empty. I still have a little bit left in the original container, but usually what I do is I just transfer a little bit over to this one at a time. And I did say in my introduction to this product that I was only going to use up what's in here, so I will count this as a goal met, and I'm very excited to be rolling in a second product for this one. And I have 2 items left, which are both eyeshadows. We're going to start with this one right here because it's been in for the longest. This one is a shade from my Dubious Place, the Tri palette, and I've been working on the shade Tootsie, which is this beautiful green right here. And I rolled this in for a kind of random color generator, so that was kind of really similar to the color that I pulled. And as you can see, this right here is where I am today. So I don't have pan yet, which is my goal, but I do have a little bit of a dip going. I did use this an additional 3 times over the past month for a total of 7 uses, and I can definitely see a dip, but I think there's still a bit to go, but this is just not a shade that I can wear every single day. But I did wear this in my last video, so you can see a look with it there. And yeah, overall I'm really happy to be working on it. It's one of my favorite greens in my collection. I really love the shade of green. It's just a very bright kind of yellow toned green, which I adore. And it's been really fun to play with. It's just, like I said, a bit more of a slow going eyeshadow for me, because I can't wear it every single day to work. And then the final item that I have been working on comes from my Anastasia Prism palette, and I've been working on the shade Eternal, which is a shade that I rolled in for my astrology sign. And I am a Scorpio, and I just kind of, because I didn't really know what to roll in, I just went to like Google and I found like kind of a color scheme that goes with Scorpios, and this color was really close to one of them. And this right here is where Eternal is today, so I do have a bit of a dip in the shade, but no pan yet. And with Eternal, I've also used this 3 times in the past month for a total of 3 uses, so I definitely have quite a way to go. And you can compare it to these pans right here, that although I do have a dip, there's definitely quite a bit to go. So hopefully this is a shade that I can roll out next update, because it is more of an everyday shade for me. I've just been panning a lot of mauve tones recently, and this one hasn't really gone with those. But as soon as I kind of done with that mauve look, I will go over and try to use this as my everyday kind of lid shade, and hopefully get this out relatively soon. So now for the fun part of this project, which is rolling in new items. So I have my deck of cards here, and I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle them for a little bit, and then we're going to pull up the game board on my laptop, and we'll go ahead and pick 2 new cards. Okay, so I shuffled now, and then I'm just going to cut the deck quickly, and I'm just going to take the cards from the top. As you know, if I get the Joker, there's one Joker in here, it is the "Are you joking me" prompt, but everything else I will go through when we get to the card. So the first card is... oh, it's the Joker! Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but we'll see what I can pull in for that. Oh god, I really don't know what I'm gonna pull in, but yeah, we'll see. That is the first card. So this, I know there won't be another Joker, so I'm kind of relaxed now, but I'm just shocked. So let's just see what the second card is. That is a king, which is the oldest product. So like all the picture cards are always the same, and this is, like I said, the oldest product. So I'll go and pick out a product for each of these. The Joker is definitely going to be the most difficult one, and I will be right back. So we are back, and I have chosen my 2 products, and yeah, it was definitely difficult to pick them, but yeah, I'm just gonna go through them. I'm gonna start with the Joker, which is the "Are you joking me" category, which means like something that you really don't want to pan, something you aren't really good at panning, something that you don't reach for, something, yeah, something like you just really don't want to pan, and you feel like, oh gosh, are you joking me? Like when you need to, like if someone told you to pan this, that's how you feel. Anyway, what I chose is actually one of my paint pots from MAC, and the reason why I'm picking this is because I'm really horrible at using my cream eyeshadows. Even when I have them in my shop, my stash, in my projects, anything like that, it's just one step of my routine that I always forget. So that's kind of why I rolled this in. It's just nothing that really that I am excited to use either. And the shade that I decided to roll in is the shade Groundwork, which looks like this. It's just this kind of really nice neutral brown, to be honest, but it's too deep to use as just a primer for me, and I rather use eyeshadows in my crease and things like that, because I feel like they're easy to blend. I feel like they're not as chunky. They just look nicer in my opinion, and because of that my paint pots have been neglected in my collection, especially these kind of matte ones. And as you can hopefully see here as well, this one is starting to dry up quite a bit, and that's why I want to roll this in. And for my goal with this, I do want to, I was thinking like, should I know I can't finish this in this year, so I was thinking like, should I decide to hit pan, but again I think that would be quite difficult. So what I think I'm going to do is do something similar to what I do in my whole collection project pan, which is to use a usage goal of 50 on this, because that's still quite a decent amount of progress and use, and for something that I don't reach for on an everyday basis, that can be something that can stay in this project for months and months. So I might be shooting myself in the foot to put the 50 usage goal on this, but I do really want to challenge myself, especially with the Joker card, so that is what I'm gonna roll in for that prompt. And also another aspect of the whole "Are you joking me" is because I'm already panning so many eyeshadows that this will definitely be a bit of a hassle to use. So we'll see how it goes, but it's gonna be fun to at least try to incorporate this into my everyday routine. And then for the king card, which is my oldest, I decided to roll in my oldest highlighter, which at the moment is my Mary Luminizer from The Balm. I've had this now for 5 years-ish, and it is the oldest highlighter that I have. As you can see, I do have a little bit of usage, but no real dip or anything either. So again, I was thinking what to do with this, if I should decide to kind of try to hit pan on it, or just kind of use it with an amount of usage, things like that. And I don't really want to dig a hole in this. I want to kind of use it up evenly. So what I think I'm going to do is put a usage goal on it, and again I might go with 50 because this is something that I can use for on an everyday basis. I actually just recently rolled out a different highlighter in a different project, and this will be a really good replacement, and it is a really nice everyday highlighter. I am also panning one of my eyeshadows in my Panda palette as a highlighter, and that's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, so that kind of hinders that a little bit, but I can still use that shade for my brow bone, for my inner corner, things like that. So I think I'm going to put the usage goal on 50 on this, which again I think will be a challenging enough goal. But there you guys was it for this update. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up. And also, if you're doing this project, let me know if you got into the Joker yet, or what cards you were able to roll in this month, because this is just such a fun project. And of course I will be checking out everyone's updates too, so don't worry if you don't want to put it down below, but I will be checking out the playlist, and I do really recommend you do so as well, because it's such a fun project to binge. But other than that, I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!